India has nearly 1/6 of the world's population, and they're amongst the poorest on earth. Most still live on the land, running small farms of livestock and mixed crops. International trade and business is a distant prospect. But the environmental campaigner Dr. Vandana Shiva believes that multinational corporations now pose a real threat. Dr. Shiva believes the GATT agreement on world trade will allow giant companies to squeeze out local people as they plant single cash crops, monocultures, across wide areas.
This is what I see as the future of the world if we do not stop to realize the impoverishment and degradation that monocultures are creating worldwide. Monocultures and displaced people, they go hand in hand. Destitution is the outcome of our not realizing that the wealth is created in nature through people across the rural areas and the countryside of countries like India.
Dr. Shiva believes the monocultures damage life and the environment by wiping away the diversity of crops and farming techniques. She argues that the single-track thinking of large corporations is already evident in other industries, including limestone extraction here near Dehradun. Like international companies planting single crops to make money, the men who dug out the rock failed to take into account the wider implications of their actions.
This is a dead river on which I stand. It used to be the Song River with water flowing down this channel. Part of the reason why this river is dead is because its catchment are being mined for limestone, which is assumed to be only a mineral deposit. Scientists with monoculture and one-dimensional mind have not understood that the limestone in these mountain watersheds is also a water storage tank, where water is stored in the deep cavities formed out by nature's works over millennia. It is local people who have understood that the limestone deposit is their water supply.
It is local people, especially farmers, who are resisting foreign multinationals and the Indian government. Up to 1 million gathered at this protest rally in Bangalore. But Dr. Shiva also fears the loss of biological diversity. In the foothills of the Garwhal Himalayas, she set up a seed bank program to save the rich local diversity. There are 40 varieties of kidney beans here alone. More far-reaching than anything else, the final GATT agreement, the so-called Dunkel Draft, also allows companies to own genetic material through patented intellectual property rights.
To me, increasingly, the seed is becoming both an embodiment of environmental struggle as well as an embodiment of social justice and political resistance to the new manipulation and new monopolies emerging either through technologies like genetic engineering or through patenting of all plant material, including seed. What issues of intellectual property rights in GATT and the Dunkel Draft basically mean is that small farmers like these will not be able to save their own seed. They will have to return to the companies that own the patents for the seed to buy every year's supply, implying more poverty, more destitution, and more erosion of diversity. Not just seeds of crops, but even the offspring of the cattle will be the private property of the companies that have the patents on the livestock.
Dr. Shiva is trying to fight back, but it's an uphill struggle against powerful forces. She fears increasing environmental degradation and poverty unless the local people have a place in the future.
Diversity is my vision for the future, like the diversity of this forest, where different species of plants, big and small, different species of birds and animals find a place and a role. We need, again, to be able to learn from the forest diversity to create societies that are sustainable, where different knowledge systems, different economic systems, different agricultural systems flourish and grow. Diversity, to me, means allowing both big and small to flourish, particularly the small. That is where the future lies.